Hello everybody, it's Frankie Day for Frankie Day Models. Okay, for this evening I have video 4 for my Tamiya 1/350 scale USS Missouri circa 1991 Gulf War version. Okay, thus far on the construction taken for video 3, I've got all the Tomahawk and also the Harpoon missiles on there. And also, what gun is that they use on there? It has a dome on there. Phoenix CWS. They have a little gun that goes. There's 4 of those, so I got them installed. I got the Mark 30 set 34 gun directors on there. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 of them. And did some more touching with the airbrush here and there. Softened up the rust a little bit more by adding more turpentine to bring it in so you can see the gray. Oh, what else I did in that thing there? Surely there's something else. What was that something else that I also constructed on there? Oh yeah, the life raft sponsons, life raft locker sponsons that sticks out over the bridge. I got that done. Yeah. Also, I masked down my turrets. So right now, I got something special coming. I'd like to have a special shout out right now since I'm on the subject to Mr. Matt of Inclusive Model Designs. A fellow, he comes from Canada. A very wonderful gentleman he is. A good modeler too. He does good work. And I guess he caught up with my big Mo, and I think he abandoned his build. I think he messed up the deck back there. He mentioned or something like that. I was following his videos on there. On the aft section of the deck, I guess he was cutting it off to add that photo etched deck they give you on there, and he wasn't too happy with that. So I think he ordered another deck to replace the one that he cut up, and so I think he abandoned the build to get other stuff going, and he said he'll resume back on it. But for the love of this man's heart, he answered my prayers. I mean, I couldn't believe it. He has that Pontus fitting set that has the wood decks, the barrels, the photo etch railings, you name it. It's all there. And I said, wow, I kind of started a little late on this thing to get all that. I should use that deck right there too. But I said, no. My deck's nothing wrong with my deck. The deck on here is a lot more better than the one they give you, the wooden replacement one. I use oils on that thing. This camera may not pick up the deck too well, but with your eyeballs with a good high definition camcorder, you pick up the lines on there. I use nothing but oils. Oils wash. Use number wash on my decks, and it brought out real good. It looks very good. I'm very happy with my deck, so I don't have to worry about that unless I get another Missouri kit or a New Jersey. So oodles and oodles of photo etch. Oy vey. And they have the 5-inch 38 gun mounts in resin fittings that comes in there, Black Hawk choppers, and other stuff that goes with it. It's incredible. This man has given me this. So I'm gonna, that right there, I can hit the railing set was left at Missouri. I can put in that. My money's saved right now. With that photo etch set, I can be able to add on my Enterprise behind me and finish up Missouri. So right now, guys, I don't want to get too ahead of the Missouri now. Instead of, as far as I'm going to go right now, I'm going to go ahead and paint the turrets. I paint the turrets up and get them all painted up and put them back on the model. And I'm going to kind of wait for a while until that fitting set, because the build's going to slow down right now because Matt's going to send me this that Pontus fitting set for the Missouri, and so that'll probably be here. I don't know how long it'll be here, but it'll probably be a while. But I got other things I can keep going on to keep you detained. I might just go ahead and I'm going to work on that Long Beach right there, that Revell. I'll probably work on that. I'm kind of pondering if they use the. I like to build that 1950 style. And I think I will do that. I think I will build that 1950 style, how it was built back in the 1950s, just for a novelty, you know. And I'm not going to put no weather on it or nothing. It's going to be painted just like it was when I was a kid building plastic. And who knows what made you do that thing? I may doctor it up. I don't know. And so I got a lot of stuff coming your way, fellas. A lot of stuff. I was thinking very seriously, you know, even better yet, instead of working on Long Beach, I can work on my Big E back there and finish up that hull right there and mask down that boot topping right there and go ahead and start adding some haze gray to it a little bit and tone down that blue gray on it and give it a little weathering effect on there. Better yet, I think what I need to do is go ahead and get that flight deck. That'd be a good idea because I got tarmac paint over here. I got some Humbro tarmac, and I'm gonna prime the deck first and go ahead and tarmac the devil that thing, and go ahead and mask down my all the deck work, the lines that got on there, and they got the aircraft directional lines down there. They all got to be painted. They don't give you a decal sheet for that thing, so they give you something to do. They want to test your skills, see how good you really are. So everything's got to be masked down. So I'll probably work on the Big E. And I wait till I get the rest of the float edge parts, and I go ahead and continue. So this probably about the. I'm thinking very seriously. Well, I got another video I could do after this one, and I think that right there will probably be it until I get those parts. Then it'll probably be a week or so. It comes in, and I'll resume back on the build until it's all done. Okay, we're going to take a look at it. I've been talking too long. As you can see down below here on your lower left corner of your screen, I got all my turrets masked off here, so I'll go ahead and lay down the alpha painted black so I can go ahead and control my grays on my turret. And when that's all done, I'm going to go ahead and just put them on here, on my barbettes here. Then I'm going to go ahead and continue with my boat davits. I'm gonna my 5-inch 38 mounts. I'm not gonna build those. I'm gonna use those. I'm gonna use those resin ones that come with the with my packages coming in. I'm gonna use those. And it has those brass barrels. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead with these here. With those barrels there. I didn't glue these down. They pop off. I'm thinking very seriously just whacking off those barrels there and drill a hole in the pen vise. When I get those brass barrels, I can use those in place of that. So I'm not too late there, but everything else, like putting the deck like that, all this has all been glued down. Except this whole entire section right here. That's the only thing that hasn't been glued down. But everything else has. And I'm not going to use that deck. A deck is a nice deck, but I like mine better. I got my harpoon missiles over here done. And I got my tomahawks. They're enclosed in there. And what else I got back there? Also got the Mark 34 gun directors. They're in place. I think as far as I'm going to do anything, I'm going to use the photo etch parts on it and use the resin, some resin parts like the choppers, the Seahawks, and the turrets. Now they gave you a whole bridge, a photo etch bridge fits crosser. I don't need that. I don't worry about that because it's neatly done anyway. So I don't have to worry about that. It looks like a decal right here. Have got on. It looks like a decal with the nice lines on there showing the frames. I don't need to do that photo on the photo etch. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the railings on here and other details on there, and go from there. I have such a blast of this thing. This area right here I was talking about earlier in the video. Gosh darn, I just had that pointing stick in my hand right there. Well, I'll use this instead. That'll teach me next time to be careful. Back here. See what Matt did? He sanded all this. This was gone. He sanded those ready boxes right there. I don't know if he took the movie house. That used to be the old movie house he used to have on there. Now I don't know what it is now. But this whole thing here, I guess he scraped off with a knife to its flush. So Flyhawk or wherever it is, got that deck back there. He didn't like that deck. It was too thick, you know, and it didn't fit right and stuff. And he was really displeased about that. Now he's really mad at himself for taking this out. But he got a hold of Tamiya, and they sent him a whole new deck here. So I imagine he's good. He's ready to go. I guess so. He's more or less called truce on the build for a while until he more or less ventured on to something else. And I'm very, very grateful to this man for sending me this, all that stuff. I says, man, I could not believe it. It's included in those pictures on my video 3. You see pictures of all that rust on the Missouri. When it's at sea for a long time, they get rust. The only thing you can do is just keep up. What it is, you call it, what kind of rust do you usually call that? Bleeding rust. That's what all this rust you see is, bleeding rust. Bleeding rust comes from paint that chips off. When it chips, water goes down there and it gets behind the paint and it bleeds off. And it's all. And you only time you can get rid of that is when you're in port. You can throw a scaffold over the side or a bosun chair. If you got a whole deck division paint, what they do is they throw a boarding scaffold out over here. And you can walk and you can just roll that paint, haze gray. And they move back over again and you can just roll haze gray. Now if you got touch-up work like I used to do, I used to strap myself with a bosun locker. Take a 9/3 manila high line and put a bowl in and scare it on a bit right there and take my chair with a tackle on there. Sit in my chair, I lower myself down all the way down here. And like I mentioned in video 3, they got little eyelets right here, little eyes, all alongside there. I think any of you fellas been in the service before, in the Navy, or you can see ships up close, and you see these little eyelets in there like that. What these eyelets are used for is for heaving all it. They call them heaving eyelets. When you're on a bosun chair, when you're going down, you're level. You got to paint the ship. You can't get closer. The only way you get closer is you got to throw a line in that little eyelet right there and pull yourself. As you pull yourself in, you pull yourself up that way, and you'll be able to paint. And more or less, they You can secure a scaffold on there too as well. Tie-offs. They're tie-offs. Use them for anything. And they're very useful. They're made for that purpose. This deck here has got nice wash on it. You can feel those planks on there. Always use a lighter color first. Then use a nice brown umber wash. But before you add oil wash, make sure you get a very light primer on your deck. Because one thing is bad about Tamiya on these kits here, they've got better now. But you look at something here that's 40-something years old. This thing is probably, 40 years old. Every bit 40 years old. And a lot's going on in 40 years. So to me, is bad for what I think is what I get is that the decks are so precision made, but they don't have no depth to them to accept washes or anything like that. I mean, they're very fine. Even when you took an aerosol can and spray primer on like that, you can fill in between those cracks on that deck right there, and it'd be hard for you to see how to wash. So that's the way when you add your primer, you just add a mist. So when that mist gets on there, it'll impregnate the top of your deck, and it still has been primed, but not primed full, like you normally would prime a model, because of that purpose there. Because you want to fill in those planks right there with that primer right there. You'll obscure your wash, and your work will be ruined. So anyway, go very lightly on your primer, then add your buff paint. Use buff. I use that Tamiya. Where's my Tamiya buff that I used? It's here somewhere. Yeah, teakwood. XF55. That's I use on this deck after I primed it. Then when it dried, then again using an aerosol, this is dull coat, or use an airbrush with dull coat in it. You can airbrush it on there. These are better. Again, take it outside, do it, not in the trailer or not in your house. These create a lot of dust. If you're going to do it inside the house, put your model inside of a box where all that dust and fumes can go right inside there. And you'll be okay. This stuff here really smells to high heaven. So you got to let it ventilate a little bit. It has a really strong odor to it. That'll seal that paint on there. Then you get yourself some oils, turpentine, and put brown umber wash, and mix a wash and brush on with a big brush. A little bit of a time, not too much, just a little bit. It'll settle real good and it'll dry. And you take a Q-tip, cotton bud, where you call it, and just kind of work them in a little bit. And you'll see those planks pop out, just like I'm doing right here. It's too bad now, excuse the lighting, guys, but I turn on the light right here. It's just a big old glob right there. And this here, I don't know where this is going to go. Like I say, use a cotton bud here and paint through there. Well, with light on the sun, it may get a little more better in there. Well, hear that dog moan, guys? Give me a couple minutes. I can let this dog out. Every time I make a video, this dog wants to go out or come in. Okay, where was I? I had the light on a while ago, yeah. Anyway, it's going together quite well. So I'm going to start slowing down this build until I see those photo etch. I can go out and deck it out a little bit and get it done. Like I say, I'm going to add those boat davits on there, the boats there, and mask off airbrush, the waterline on that. And that was such fun. Oh yeah, another thing too, I forgot. I put the numbers and the draft markers on there. Got the decals on there. Decals really nice. They go on without a fuss. They almost truly do. So I'm having a wonderful time with this thing. Also, I could build the mask so far. Everything else will be photo etch. I can go there too. So I can fiddle faddle with that. Also, I can mess around with the USS Enterprise and get that deck painted up real well. That'll save me some time. That's a big time saver right there by working on the deck. Yep. So like I say, with that new fitting set I'm going to get, I'm going to have a ball with this thing. I'm going to make this thing look very realistic. I just pictures in my mind. Like I've been at sea so long, you know, and I can look at the ship and tell how it rusts and how it looks like, and that's how they look like, guys. When they're at sea for a while, they come in port, and you start painting and fitting out, airing and bedding. Usually, you got side cleaners come over and paint the side of the ship. First and second division, we more or less stay on the O1 level and in the loft, painting the stacks, superstructures, everything. And then you got side cleaners come over here and they clean off that bleeding rust right there. Usually, most of the time, that rust comes off pretty good when you take fresh water to it. And just something about rust. Rust is like it's like it's an organism. When it senses steel and metal like that, it starts to do its thing. They turn into rusticles after they have absorbed so much of the iron from the metal. So I'm going to be still busy on this, but I'm going to be slowing down my build a lot in this thing. Oh yeah, I can add my chain too. I'm going to add that. And that'll be it. Okay, we'll get back to yours truly. Finish up the video here. Oh, okay, fellas. So that's about as far as I got on a big mo right here. And so I got a lot more to do on it. So I'll slow down the build a little bit until I get those parts, and I'll go full steam ahead. So I got a lot of stuff to work on and finish up on too as well. Okay, guys, I got nothing else to show you. Got nothing else to show you. Oh yeah, I forgot my Ticonderoga. It's over here. I can work on that. Yeah, excellent. So I get the hull all painted up and work on sub-assemblies and work on my little big mo a little bit and get a video of it going. So the next video of Big Mo is probably going to be which day? Wednesday? Oh hell, it's Thursday. I'm going to go for Sunday. Sunday I shall have the turrets all painted up real well, and I may not use those brass barrels. I might just keep what I got right there and be grateful. And another sundries I got all doing on it. And also probably by Saturday I'll have a video on the Ticonderoga. That's something to look forward to. So it'll be back and forth, wherever it is, wherever it takes. So that'll be it for the night, guys. I'm already hit the fart sack. I'm getting tired. It's gonna be a big day tomorrow. I gotta play music tomorrow night, and plan what I'll be doing. Okay, this is Frankie Day for Frankie Day Model signing out, and make Mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive, spend wisely, and be aware of your surroundings. And I'd like to thank all my new subscribers out there, and a very hearty thank you from my heart. And thank you for your candor, thank you for your wonderful replies and your comments. I'm very, very honored each one of you, and thank you very much, Matt. Thank you, dear friend. Thank you very much. If there's anything you need, let me know. And God bless you, sir. And I'm enjoying that Yamato you're building. You did a fantastic job of that. Beautiful job. Thumbs up, buddy. Thank you, Matt. God bless you, sir. And God bless every one of you too. I love you guys. You guys take care of yourself. This is Frankie Day from Frankie Day Model signing out. We'll catch you on video 5, which will be Sunday on Big Mo. Catch you later, guys. This is Frankie Day signing out. Bye, boys.